everybody. Welcome to Omnitrix Radio. I'm your host, Demigloom, joined as always by my co-host, Riely. What up, Riely?
That's too fast.
No, it was not too fast. Bro, what's up, Riely? How you doing?
That was way too fast. You
We're gonna talk
gotta
about Ben 10 today.
savor. You gotta savor the intro, Demigloom.
No. I don't need to do that.
Jesus, calm the fuck down, Demigloom.
What are you talking about? What are you talking about? What is your problem? Riely, what is your problem? What is the problem, Riely? Please tell me.
Slow the fuck.
Please explain to me what's wrong. You're just really high. Everything seems too fast for you.
I'm not even high.
All right, Riely. How are you doing today, Riely?
I'm alright.
You're doing all right?
Doing okay.
Don't ever buy no weed from the gas station, bro.
I mean, I'm already stacked on my gas station weed.
You tell the audience about your gas station weed while I look for the Ellie comment.
What is there to tell? I purchased a weed pen from not even a gas station, from a quarter store. They sell them. The fucking Delta 8 THC.
We want to hear about the peanut butter and jelly. Fucking.
Oh yeah. You get a peanut butter and jelly flavored pen, and it's fucking disgusting, and it's the worst.
Yeah. What does it taste like to you?
It tastes like stale gummy bears.
Stale gummy bears. Wow.
Stale, gross gummy bears.
Before I read the Ellie comment, since this is a Riely and Friends video, I do want to congratulate you on 400 subscribers.
Oh shit, that happens. Yeah.
400 subscribers. Woo! I mean, obviously you're not doing like Demi and the Goons numbers. Like, let's
okay. Oh.
That was not a backhanded compliment. Congratulations. Seriously, congratulations on 400 subscribers. That's more subscribers than my main channel is going to have in the next year. So, yeah.
I think your main channel is going to do some numbers if you actually make fucking videos and don't scrap the videos you're already making, you fucking insane person.
Why would you not scrap a video?
Because you're making a video. So why not make it?
Yes, but like, it's embarrassing to have like shitty videos on your show. I guess you wouldn't understand because you just upload everything no matter what, no matter how awful it goes. Which is why you don't have an audience.
Tell me, what the fuck? What do I upload that went awful?
Let's see. Let me take a look. Riely and Friends.
Those videos are fun.
Riely and Demi do the Mumkey Cinematic Universe tier list.
That was good.
Stream archives.
Don't worry about my fucking stream archives. People like that Shirts That Go Hard video.
No, they didn't.
It was a good video.
It has 3 likes and 0 comments.
Everybody every like person I talked to who I showed it to liked it.
Oh, okay. Wait. I'm stupid. I was reading the comment for fucking episode 4 of Omnitrix Radio. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, holy shit, has it been a month? Well, I mean, it almost has been.
It almost has been. We're pretty fucking close.
Yeah. We're doing the Brony initiation. Do I just need to read this whole fucking thread in the comment section? Yeah,
okay. So elephant in the room. First of all, I have to make an apology for a grievous act. A miscite. An unfortunate a miscite. That's not a word. It was a slip up for sure. It was a slippin' Jimmy type situation. So when we named the episode last week, when we did the last episode, because this is a weekly podcast. Of course.
Always.
Of course. When we named the podcast, the name we came to was a joke about the "it" thing from the other episode. We called it "fuck it" in quotes.
Yeah.
And somehow I did not realize that would automatically age restrict the video. That did not cross my mind. And what also didn't cross my mind is apparently Ellie lives in some weird country where they actually make you ID verify to watch age-restricted YouTube videos.
How you're supposed to account for that?
I should have known. I just should have known. I just should have known.
We should have known that like real, like true, like patriotic heart.
Also age-restricted videos get fucked with in the algorithm, so I should not have put "fuck" in my title anyway. It's a bad idea, and it led to bad things.
Are you gonna pretend that like the algorithm, like we're even in the ballpark of the algorithm? Like the algorithm, like we haven't made it to the algorithm. Period. It's not even something we have to factor.
But you want to factor it in case you eventually do.
In case like 2 years later, when this
if Omnitrix Radio blows up at like episode fucking 50 when we're talking about Ultimate Alien or some shit, I wanna make sure our other episodes hit the algorithm too.
Yes, because the Ben 10 fan base is just thriving on the internet and just eager to eat up a fucking podcast about Ultimate Alien.
It might not be the biggest fan base in the world, but it's out there. It exists. There are YouTube channels with decent audiences that are centered around Ben 10.
And guess what? They have every Ben 10 fan that's going to watch YouTube is going to watch them and not us.
Well, maybe eventually they'll watch us. Stop being so fucking negative, Demigloom.
Listen, guys. I mean, I guess since this is Omnitrix, I guess I don't even know if I've talked about this publicly in the Riely verse. You know, the incident that led me to scrap all the videos I was working on and disappear for 2 weeks.
You didn't actually disappear for 2 weeks.
Well, from my main channel I did. And I apologize for that. But yeah, my girlfriend broke up with me. And
why'd you whisper it?
Riely, it's difficult for me to talk about. Okay.
Why does that make you whisper?
It's just
stop getting quieter every time you say things.
My volume has remained consistent throughout the entirety of this conversation.
There's not been a single alteration to my volume. Demigloom, shut the fuck up. I hate to have to tell you to shut the fuck up after you just talked about your girlfriend breaking up with you, but you've immediately annoyed me.
No, I haven't. Did you even hear the last thing that I said?
No.
Okay. Anyways, yeah, I'm sad. So I apologize for not being my normal, you know, happy, mentally stable Demigloom self. But yeah, I'll just read this whole thread, okay? So Ellie says, "So, here's the sauce, buckaroos. This video is age restricted, and even though I'm 18, I don't have identification like a credit card, driver's license, or student ID to submit Google to prove it. So, it won't let me watch it, even with a set VPN America. Sorry, a set to VPN America or Asia or anywhere. Learn how to
I think
speak
she meant a
English,
VPN
Ellie.
set to America or Asia.
I can't believe Ellie would have a slight, like, mistype. What do you call it when you type something wrong?
A typo?
An O of typing, perhaps. You know, when I think of it, I think of like Steve-O, but like typing. You know what I mean? Like a type O, You know what I mean? Or like, you know, like your blood type is like type O negative. Type O. I like that. Type O.
That's really stupid.
This is not funny. I'm not being funny. I'm sorry. I'm afraid I'll have to miss this episode of Omnitrix Radio. Sorry if it's any consolation. The title of the episode made me laugh. I just know it's referring to the Megawatt episode. Lol. True Ben 10 fan.
True Ben 10 fan.
Riley's like, fuck, I'm sorry. I fixed it. You should be able to listen to it now. And she's like, it's okay. Thank you for fixing it. I'll watch it now. And she's like, what the fuck? And Riley's like, no pressure, but if you want to leave a comment for this episode, we're about to record in just over an hour, 3 weeks ago. I mean, today. Riely left a comment today.
Of course.
It's not 3 weeks ago. Today, Riely says, FY, no pressure. But if you want to leave a comment about this episode for us to read, we record in just over an hour with a heart emoji. Oh, damn. You went for the heart emoji. Oh, party foul, bro.
Because Ellie's cool.
No.
She gets a heart emoji.
Listen, you. As soon as Riely learns that Ellie's over 18, he's just sending heart emojis and shit. Fuck off.
What the fuck? There's nothing to do with that. I was just being nice.
What do you mean?
I send heart emojis to my friend all the time. I've sent heart emojis to you, I'm sure.
What do you mean by that?
What do you mean by that?
Okay. Ellie, I've checked a few times, but I'll check again. Well, damn, sorry they didn't go through. Yeah, nothing. Long story short, we skip a couple comments later.
You committed to reading the whole thread, and then you fucking bitched out right at the end.
Ellie says, well, shit. Riely says, if you want to rewrite, we got hella delayed and aren't recording until next Wednesday. Ellie doesn't want to rewrite
We aren't recording until
fucking
next
book.
Wednesday, 2 weeks ago.
Yeah. This Wednesday. This was posted 1 week ago. All right, she says, well, I wouldn't be able to recall it all. Certainly, you don't say certainly, unfortunately, Ellie.
Definitely stop criticizing Ellie's word choice and just
Ellie,
read the comment.
Ellie might not know that I'm joking. I actually don't care. I type much worse than you, and I am completely satisfied with your text. She says, well, I wouldn't be able to recall it all. Certainly, unfortunately, though I can fulfill one request that I recall, which is to show off some of my Ben 10 fan art. Fuck you, YouTube, like OMG. Here's some, though who knows if this will send, because I don't know, maybe the links are causing YouTube to shoot laser eyes at it. Here we go. In order, these are...
Okay, so to part the curtain real quick, we've already seen these because
so
there was a failed attempt. So here's them all on the screen right now, and they do look all very sick.
Last time we we had the grand reveals, and we
did the Riely and Demi live reaction, but it's gone. It's lost the time.
Live Tucker reaction has unfortunately lost media. Actually, we probably still have that recording.
Now that Craig link is expired.
Yeah, you're right. That was 3 weeks ago. We love your art, Ellie. It looks great, and we were like, "Oh, that's fucking sick, dude!" We had so many specific things to say, but
like one criticism about like one head. I'm trying to remember what it was. It was like there was a fucked up head on one of them.
The ultimate Echo kind of
had a little bit of a fucked up head.
It looked like it was the rest of it to fit the aspect
the rest of it looked sick, and all the other drawings looked sick, and it was good, all good.
My favorite actually is this interpretation of Ultimate Echo. I think it looks super cool.
It does look dope as fuck. Yes,
it's almost like a little like transformation animatic we got going on there too. It looks fucking awesome. And the fucking
shit! I was gonna make you watch a YouTube video. Damn it! I should have remembered to do that. A new YouTube thing dropped, and it's really cool. And I think it only has like 9,000 views. It deserves a lot more attention, and it has to do with Ben 10.
What is it?
It is a 3-minute 3D animation that is a fight between like Ultimate Alien era Ben 10 and Naruto, and it looks sick, and it's epic, and it's great.
That sounds awful, but I feel like
the animation is actually good, and as somebody who's a fan of both franchises, it was really sick to see like their abilities clash. It was really cool. I liked it a lot.
Yeah, I'm an ex Naruto fan, so I might be able to get some joy out of it. But yeah, thank you, Ellie, for
what drove you away from Naruto? Why are you an ex Naruto fan?
It just sucks. I was like 5 seasons in, I was like, wait a minute. This fucking sucks. Why am I watching it? And then I never
it doesn't suck. The anime sucks because half of it is filler. But if you read the manga or you just skip the filler episodes, it's really sick.
Oh, I did read like the manga. I don't remember like to what volume I read. I read like up to like volume 12 or something, and I did really enjoy it, but I didn't get like anywhere near to where I was in the anime because I was on like season 5. So I might have to do that. I might have to read.
And I also
Naruto if it's really good and you're not just being a stupid idiot.
The original Naruto is sick from like what I've heard, but I don't have a lot of exposure to it really. I have a lot more exposure to the Shippuden story, which is the second half, and Shippuden goes really hard.
The Shippuden story?
Yeah.
Wait, so you didn't actually read the Naruto manga? You just regurgitated
I have read Naruto manga. Well, I know that the story is good without filler, and those are the main. I experienced the story through the video games, which also don't really have a lot of the filler arcs. So I just know that the more reasonable way to tell somebody to consume Naruto is either through the manga or by just looking up a filler guide and skipping the filler episodes.
Yeah. Okay. Well, speaking of episodes.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, hold on. No, we got some shopkeeping. We got some show updates.
Oh
we
shit!
We got some gamer updates.
Can I break the news?
What news? Are we gonna break the correct news?
Yeah. Hold on. So people have been waiting for this for a long time, and I just want to say, I want to announce on behalf of me and Riely that the Brony Initiation podcast is coming back.
Oh, okay,
We're ending Omnitrix Radio, and we're gonna do the Brony Initiation podcast again, and this is the grand finale of Omnitrix Radio.
If only, if only. But gamers, well, let me tell you a little something. We went through a little arc while we were away. I kind of reviewed the contents that I was making with Demigloom, and I made some considerations. And the first choice that I made, the very drastic decision that I made, was I texted Demigloom, but I was like, also real quick to establish the bit. Our original intention was to bring back the Brony Initiation podcast. That was going to happen, but then I was thinking about it, and I was like, Demi, let's kill Omnitrix Radio and Brony Initiation. They're both bad. Kill them.
The Brony Initiation podcast has such a weak will to live that it literally got canceled before we even recorded.
Demi, don't fucking tempt me. I'll go back on my decision to keep Omnitrix Radio and cancel Brony Initiation. We'll flip that shit real quick.
Why? Just to spite me?
Just to spite you, and also because I've already told you that I wish we could do that, but it's not the logical decision because the Omnitrix Radio still has current listeners, whereas, well, I guess we only have one active listener, but it gets like a couple views, so there's probably like some silent listeners out there who just aren't interested in commenting. And Brony Initiation hasn't existed in like 5 months, so that audience is certainly dispersed if there was one to begin with.
There was one, dude. Like, I'm not even gonna lie, dude. Like, people watched that show. We got like multiple comments per episode.
And also,
until its death.
Yeah, and also Demi and the Goons, the channel that it goes on. In that channel's current form, I feel like a Brony Initiation podcast upload might be met with some negative attention.
I disagree with you on that. I don't think. I think it would receive a funny amount of negative attention, not an amount of negative attention that would like ruin it. And hate comments are fun. I love hate comments. I don't think anybody would be like, wow, the person who made the Breaking Bad Nintendo DS soundtrack, it likes My Little Pony, unsubscribed.
Yeah, I guess My Little Pony might be a little less controversial than fucking femboys. I don't know.
What do you mean? Because of my femboy video?
Yeah, those people like freaked the fuck out. Those two people.
Oh yeah. Well, first of all, one of them was like Dark Sappo, so of course he fucking freaked out. He was just trolling.
I don't think one of them was Dark Sappo.
No. Do you know that YouTube channel that comments on our shit sometimes that their name is like A? It's just like 10 lowercase A's.
Well, I know that's Dark Sappo. Was it that guy?
Yes. I'm. Did I tell you that was Dark Sappo, or did you just realize it?
I think they like commented on Hellscapes saying that I should lose weight and talking about you, and I was like, okay, yeah that's Dark Sappo.
Just like random like 2019 Demigloom lore that's like completely irrelevant now. I wonder if Dark Sappo has listened to this.
Dark Sappo obsessively listens to everything you're in, so of course he has.
I don't know about that. I don't know if he does everything anymore. There was definitely a point where he did. He listened to every episode of like Largest Issue and Brony Initiation that we did, but I think he's moved on to different people. He probably listened to someone else's podcast now.
I wonder whatever happened to that Dark Sappo guy. He wanted to come on Hellscape for Halloween, and I never heard back from him.
Oh, well, you were gonna let him on, weren't you?
Of course.
Okay. You weren't gonna like, as long as you weren't gonna like intercept me or something with fucking Dark Sappo.
Of course I was.
Okay, well, see, I would probably leave the call just because like I understand your desire to have that happen, but like for me, like I've sat in a VC with Dark Sappo for like multiple hours. Have you been in a VC with Dark Sappo?
No.
That was like Dark Sappo would just like join VCs with like me and like Termite and Lucian in my server.
The Three Musketeers, the Ned's Declassified gang.
Yeah.
You, Termite, and Lucian.
And nothing at all happened between us. We were just a normal group of friends that are still friends to this day. There was no emotion at all behind
I
it.
wasn't even going there. I was just comparing your trio of friends to Ned's Declassified. That was the joke. It wasn't going any further.
Yeah. I got you. I was taking it further, but just in case anyone doesn't know, Dark Sapo, he's a guy who's been harassing me on the internet for years. He like literally finds every social media page that I have and like tells me to like shoot up my school like every day. Or
Have
at
we
one point
already
it was
been
every
going
day.
for 20 minutes?
Yeah. We should.
What the fuck?
Let's talk about the episode.
No, hold on. I wasn't done with the announcements. Jesus
Oh
Christ. We gotta.
shit. Oh yeah, that's right.
We're like literally in the middle of that. Ending the show was originally a decision we made. Even when Demi tried to go back on it, I fucking countered her. I was like, no, it's already dead. Uh, but
It's already
eventually,
dead.
I was like, all right, we gotta. So the reason behind it was, I feel like doing a podcast talking about media is, one, can be very boring, and two, even when it's not, can be kind of a cop out. Like, I like watch along podcasts if they're really good, but I don't know if we're really good, you know?
I think we're really good. Like if you're a fan of us, like Demigloom and Riely, and B, like you're watching Ben 10 with us, you know what I mean? Because
Yeah, true.
I think you get your good dose of Demigloom and Riely as well as your good dose of Ben 10, but like the problem is like most people who want to listen to Demigloom and Riely talk like don't give a shit about Ben 10, and most people who want to listen to someone talk about Ben 10, with the one exception being Ellie, don't give a shit about Demigloom and Riely.
Yeah, you know, it's unfortunate, but so
It's fun.
originally,
Oh, fuck it.
so so within the past couple of weeks, we shifted from, we're gonna do Omnitrix Radio one week and Brony Initiation another, to we're not gonna do either of them, and we're gonna focus on a new project. And the compromise we kind of came to is Brony Initiation is dead, buried.
Gone
Um,
forever.
and this show is gonna be bi-weekly, and hopefully we'll actually stick to that fucking schedule. and every other week we're gonna try to think of a different podcast that is not based on an existing media platform.
Whoa.
As
That's
if we've
crazy
as if
talk.
we've never done that before. As if largest issue and issue crew don't exist.
Has have us as a duo done any podcast? That all we have is Brony Initiation and Omnitrix Radio, right? Oh shit,
Did
no,
we
there's
ever?
the death stream.
Well, I guess if the death stream counts, then
Yo,
yeah.
should we bring back the death stream?
I never thought of it as being dead. I just haven't felt like doing one in a while.
Right, but
We
like,
should do the one soon.
should we take it like seriously and like put it on the Issue Crew channel?
Oh, what? Just like do the death stream? Make that the project? No.
Yeah.
Nah, the death stream is just like vibes when I'm bored on random days.
All right. I got you. I still think Mario Variety Hour is,
No,
you know,
that's stupid.
Pokemon Variety. Your Pokemon Variety Hour show, that little thing you do with that Colo Chew person. It's okay, okay. But like Mario Variety
As if
Hour.
Colo is the most common person. Colo's on it like once every 2 months.
Well, who are you doing it with? Penguin?
Penguin. Pretty much only Penguin at this point, even though I have like 8 co-hosts. The only one that shows up consistently is Penguin.
Penguin just like pities you.
I think so.
Hosts Pokemon Variety Hour with you.
So anyway,
you don't know this, Riley, because you lost the memory of after the accident. But
the
you
accident.
actually
Okay.
during the Make a Wish the Make a Wish Foundation came to you and you requested a female podcast co-host, and that's what Penguin Mage is.
Wow, that that accident was a long time ago. Considering
Yeah.
Penguin Mage was like one of my first podcast co-hosts ever.
All right, but
It was an even 50-50 split between genders of my co-hosts.
Riley, you said like, all right, let's get back to the news, but we haven't actually gotten to we haven't accomplished anything news-wise.
What do you mean? We accomplished. I already said it. We're doing Omnitrix Radio bi-weekly. We're gonna do a new project on the off weeks.
Please explain. But there's a change to Omnitrix Radio, though.
Yeah, I was gonna get there. Jesus,
Okay.
you
Well,
bitch.
I thought you were implying that you were like done.
No. You said we weren't getting anywhere. I'm like, what do you mean we aren't getting anywhere? I just said half the news.
Okay.
So yeah, bi-weekly
Also
release
in the
schedule.
news.
Bi-weekly release schedule. Look forward to a new Riely and Demigloom podcast that's a bit more personality driven on the Issue Crew channel. Which if you aren't already subscribed to that, do it.
We should be uploading this to the Issue Crew channel.
I thought about it, but like we're kind of already committed.
Yeah, it's like if we could if like all of these got deleted somehow, like we should, I don't know, if we have to start over in any
if my main channel
then...
ever gets banned, then okay, we'll re-upload Omnitrix Radio to fucking Issue Crew instead of whatever new channel I make.
Oh shit, Riely, genius idea.
Yeah, what's up?
We upload throwback episodes to the Issue Crew channel. We upload
That's
Kira's Kingdom.
no, that's really
on the Issue Crew
stupid.
channel. Every week we upload a new old Kira's Kingdom episode.
No, and I'm uploading those. I'm uploading those all at once because I have intentions. I have intentions to maybe bring it back in the future. So yes, it's gonna get its own feed, and I'm not gonna
its own YouTube channel.
Nah, this doesn't have to be on YouTube.
Yeah, it kind of does.
What do you mean?
It's like that's the only. YouTube is the closest thing to discoverability that we're ever gonna get.
YouTube is the farthest thing for discoverability we're ever gonna get. What the fuck are you talking about?
Do you think Spotify has any discoverability at all whatsoever under any circumstances in heaven or hell by any means?
Well, the discoverability is when people type fucking Death Note into their podcast app.
No, nobody is typing Death Note into their podcast app.
That's how it works. That's how podcasts get discovered when they're about pre-existing media. People fucking search for that pre-existing media on their podcatchers and they find the podcast. That's how Pokemon podcasts thrive. That's how fucking Power Rangers podcasts thrive. People look up the franchises they like in podcast platforms and listen to podcasts based on them. Yes, that happens.
So like, people are like, you know what? I want to hear a Death Note podcast right now, and they just like type in Death Note in their podcast.
Yeah, they're just like, I like Death Note. I wonder if there's a Death Note podcast, and they look up Death Note in their podcatcher, and they find such shows as the one Death Note podcast that exists, which I think was called "I'll Take This Death Note and Read It" or some shit, and it was a manga read along show. It was the only one I could find on Spotify.
Oh damn. Okay. Yeah.
But all right, gamers, that's the story. That's the plan.
The Alliance.
And the Alliance.
Anyways, right, so there's this episode of Ben 10 called The Alliance that we watched.
No.
That's what we're talking about today.
Did we even say the actual other news? No, we didn't.
No, we didn't.
And we're 27 minutes in. This is fucking awful. This is dog shit.
This is good Riely and Demigloom content, but it's not good Ben 10 content, and for that I apologize.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Hopefully Ellie is invested enough in Riely and Demigloom at this point.
The problem is we don't like VC regularly anymore because you're too busy like actually doing things IRL or just like taking weed naps.
True. That is my two states of being.
This is like the first time we've talked for like more than like 10 minutes in like the last 2 weeks outside of a podcast, of course.
True. Well, have we even been in a podcast together in the past 2 weeks? You went on the last Issue Crew. You were on the one before that, but that was like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, that's why I said like for the last 2 weeks.
Yeah, but you said besides podcasts. I don't think we have done podcasts.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Huh.
But anyway, other news. We're changing up the format of Omnitrix Radio. We're shaking things up. We're doing a thing. So I decided early on, because this show exists because I was looking to replace the hole in my heart that another podcast left. A little podcast you may have heard of that we talked about 5 minutes ago called Kira's Kingdom, which was my Death Note watch-along podcast with our buddy Mo Diggity. And the way that show worked was the very same as this one. We described every episode in great detail. And that works for Death Note, because Death Note is this like insane narrative with a bunch of twists and turns that like inspires a million conversations within the plot summary itself.
Every fucking frame of Death Note is like just like literary masterpiece.
Yes. Meanwhile, beautiful. Ben 10 is like action schlock, and I love it for being action schlock. but
There's just
we've
a
realized
lot less to discuss.
it's not that kind of show where you want to like relay the entire plot.
Yeah.
And we all know that most people who are listening to the show either have watched these Ben 10 episodes or do not care to and are just here to listen to a podcast.
We do not care.
We do not care. I don't remember asking nor caring.
I don't remember asking nor caring.
So yeah, now we're gonna take this a little similar to another show we did called Brony Initiation Podcast, which we also talked about 5 minutes ago, where we're just gonna give general plot synopsises and then just discuss the episodes like a fucking podcast instead of just trying to read a wiki and
Yeah.
Demigloom reading it verbatim because she's stupid and doesn't know how to summarize words.
Listen, man, I'm neurodivergent and not a minor, but I'm still neurodivergent.
I'm literally neurodivergent and not a minor.
Yeah. But yeah, if you're a fucking psychopath who is like I don't get enough of like if you're a psychopath that listens to Omnitrix Radio and is like, I don't get enough of Riely and Demigloom talking about a TV show. Go back and listen to the Brony Initiation podcast. It was shitty, but it was like shitty in like a fun way.
It wasn't even shitty, I don't think.
Well, at times it got pretty shitty.
I think it's I think it's top tier Kino. Like I'm not lying, Ellie. We did this for you for real. Because
yeah,
I'm honestly like still like maybe we should just bring back Brony Initiation podcast and peacefully sunset this one.
Yeah.
Because I think Brony Initiation was better.
Yeah, no. Brony Initiation, I disagree. But I also think that this show is better. Probably, like the quality of this show could probably be accounted for by just our growth, or at least my growth as a podcast host. Because like the Brony Initiation was like my first podcast ever, and it was like just not, I didn't have the experience. I didn't know how to talk for an hour and make it entertaining. I think I'm, not to like toot my own horn too much, but like I do think I can like make entertaining conversation, but I wasn't like a master of like the podcast format yet. Not that I am now, but like I just feel like I've gotten better, and because of that, this podcast is better than the last one. It's just
did
naturally
Brony Initiation predate you becoming a co-host on Largest Issue by that much?
Not by that much, but it was like my show. Like I mean we both owned it, but like I had like pretty much full creative control over Brony Initiation. Like I uploaded it. I came up with the descriptions and shit. I was basically the
you pissed me off by refusing to make up funny titles and just like not giving them titles.
Yeah. That was a bet. See, this is what I'm talking about. I wasn't a master of the format yet.
And you didn't listen to me, who was a master of the format, who was like, where the fuck's the title? We gotta have a title. And you were like, nah, fuck that shit.
No. Titling a podcast? What do you think? I want views? Oh no. All right.
Well, I mean, I resisted putting the title before like the podcast and the episode number for a very long time, and I still don't do that in a lot of places.
At the end of the day, though, it's like it's gonna be like Omnitrix Radio episode 3 ... You know what I mean? Like when somebody sees it in the recommended. So we don't want that.
Yeah, that's why you flip it. But
right. But
I don't flip it because I have OCD.
Wait, do you flip it on here?
No.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, the only place I do flip that shit is like Issue Crew, because like Issue Crew exists because I want to make a podcast and I want it to actually get attention and I want to like put effort into it, and I need to do that. I have to ignore certain like OCD that I have, but like I refuse to ignore it everywhere because it's still there. Like I could be like, okay, for Issue Crew I can ignore this, but I can't just like ignore it everywhere because like my brain insists that it's like no. The way that this makes sense is you say the name of the podcast, the episode number, and then the title. That's the way it makes sense in my head.
I can go either way, but there's this one really fucking stupid thing that people do when they name their podcasts. They like type the name of the podcast, right? So like for example, like say if we did this with Omnitrix Radio, they'll be like Omnitrix Radio episode and then like dash and then like #5, but like they have like one space and there's no space in between the dash and the hashtag of the
Why would there
episode
be a
number.
space between the dash and the hashtag? I don't know why
Because
that would
the
be.
hashtag, the dash needs to be evenly spaced between
Also, you're getting
the
it
two
reversed. It's
characters.
episode and then the hashtag and then the number and then the dash.
Okay, well, whatever. Fuck you.
There should not be a space between the number and the dash. That's
Yes,
wrong.
there
You're
should be a
wrong.
space between the number. Ellie, Ellie, look at the title.
Ellie's not even still listening at this point.
No,
We're
Ellie,
35 minutes in and we haven't like mentioned anything about Ben 10.
listen, Ellie got a new dust filter for her Hoover Max fucking Pressure Pro Model 60. She's gone.
She won't get that reference because she's never seen Breaking Bad.
We'll watch Breaking Bad.
Listen, maybe we just kill Bro Initiation and Omnitrix Radio and we just do Breaking Bad watch along. I think I'm ready for a rewatch already.
After we already did a watch along of Breaking Bad.
Well, we did season reviews. That's like 2 hours. We had to condense a lot of shit. If we go episode by episode, we can have a whole lot of new, unique, interesting thoughts, I think.
So, okay. This is going to come off as very cringe, okay?
Yeah.
But I had the idea of writing
Breaking Bad fan fiction.
Yeah. I had the idea. Sick. Have you had the idea? Have you thought of that?
Yeah.
It would be like Breaking Bad. It's just like such a great setup. It's such a great story that I want more. You know what I mean? Like I would totally like. I don't know, but I don't. This isn't.
I don't give a shit. You could. I just want more. I want to know. I don't want to know more because you know what happens to him. He dies. But I just want more Walter White.
I'm gonna
give me a. What did I say?
You said he dies.
Oh shit!
Spoiler.
Yeah.
Riley, can you please make it correct now? It'll also be funny when I beep it out.
Yeah, you can't have spoilers on podcasts, even for things that came out a long time ago and you should have already seen.
Yeah.
I actually remember like on like my first ever like podcast with people, my old Pokemon podcast, we spoiled Infinity War. And then like Infinity War came out like 2 months ago. It was everybody should have seen it by that point, but somebody actually got pissed.
Dude, my grandmother was
Penguin,
like,
by the way. It was Penguin's fault. She said it. Well, actually, it was our editor John's fault probably because he didn't cut it out. But Penguin said it.
Who the fuck is John? You had an editor. There's a Riely editor named John.
You know, well, I guess you did. John is Deep Lore. He's in RCS We Trust.
Oh shit! Is in RCS We Trust like still out there?
Yeah, it has a podcast feed. There's like new episodes that Cameron made, but there's also the old ones.
He made it. Did he pull a Matt?
No, he didn't pull it. He didn't make a new show and steal the feed. He just kept doing the show.
It's the same sentiment, though.
I guess so.
All right, but do we want to actually talk about Ben 10, or is this just the Demi and Riely news show?
I mean, we can. I mean, this is the way this episode is happening. Listen. We failed this episode like 2 times. If you want us to keep talking, you got to let us kind of talk for a bit.
Yeah.
Let us get in the mood.
How would you feel about like time stamping this podcast? Like, say the episode discussion starts at a certain time.
Yeah, that's fine.
Like, are you willing to either make a correct note or give me permissions to make correct notes? Because you're a fucking cock.
I don't know how to give you permission to make correct notes. I don't know how to do it.
Just go to my fucking just give me a role that allows.
Okay, listen. If this doesn't, I don't know if this is an admin role or not. It's the only role that exists. If this doesn't give you the permission, I don't know.
Oh god.
The role's literally called admin, so I would assume
it worked.
Now you have access to my secret songs VC.
Oh shit! Yeah, I noticed like a couple options popped up like the moment you gave me that role. It's like when Iron Man puts on the helmet.
Yeah, no, I made a VC for recording like songs. I recorded Thank You for Being a Simp, the Grandma Simp song. I recorded that in that channel. And I had it there. And I locked it so that nobody could come in while I was recording songs. And that's why it's locked and it was secret. And now you have the secret because you're an admin. And it is I will probably record Negro Royal Lane famous mixtape in that same channel.
I thought Straight Chain was gonna make that mixtape.
I'm not doing my rap persona as a separate character, stupid dumb bit. You are Gloom Girl, Insight Zoidberg is shitface grunt core, and I am Straight Chain, okay? Shut up.
What are you talking about? Gloom Girl's my sister that I have sex with.
Oh wow.
All right. On that note, I think it's time to talk about the episode.
Yeah, I think so.
I think it's finally appropriate to talk about the episode.
I think it was appropriate about 30 minutes ago.
Yeah.
Now it's like, come the fuck on.
All right. Well, it's time stamped. Hopefully. Hopefully. It might be time stamped, is what I have to tell the audience. All right. So
I'm gonna say Ellie might skip the timestamp, but then she'd miss her segment, but so she probably won't.
yeah. All right.
The Ellie segment that we have on this show.
We talk directly to Ellie too much, to the point where I think that she'll get like some entertainment value out of this. I don't know.
True.
The Alliance, Riely.
The Alliance. Tell us about it, Demi.
Oh. The Alliance is a great Ben 10 episode. It opens up.
Well, read the fucking synopsis, cuck.
What? I'm supposed to have something open? I thought you read the synopsis.
I don't have shit open. I told you that I was not getting back up after I fucking started that Craig bot.
Okay.
Listen, that's the compromise. Now that we don't have to read wiki articles anymore, we're going back to the burn initiation norm of you reading the synopsises.
Okay, fine. I'm definitely not stalling while I look for the episode. All right, the Alliance.
Joseph stalling?
Yes. Wait, no, the wiki doesn't have a synopsis.
Just go to fucking IMDb. Like you do with the fucking My Little Pony episodes.
Well, I hate it when you're right. I think Ben 10 said that at one point. I think that's a Ben 10 reference. All right. One of Vilgax's upgraded robot trackers bonds with a lady criminal, turning her into a cyborg to hunt down Ben. Yeah.
So this episode is like literally perfect.
Oh yeah, for sure. This is definitely a 10 out of 10.
This is the best Ben 10 episode so far.
I'd say it's like there are some that are equal, but go on.
Well, I mean, Queen. So far, you think there are some that are equal?
Actually, now that you mention it, maybe not. I don't know.
So here's the thing.
I really like Permanent Retirement.
The Permanent Retirement is very good. That is probably second place, actually.
Okay.
Did I give that a 10 out of 10? I probably did.
I think you did. You said like just as a TV episode, like it does what it needs to do, and it's adequate in every way. This
episode tells the story that I am a fucking slut for. The reason why I'm the biggest Spider-Man stan on the planet. Anytime you give me a really good with great power comes great responsibility story, I will eat that shit up. And this episode is perfect in that.
Except for when it's in real life. Then you're like, me, my freedom.
Shut the fuck up.
You libertarian douchebag.
No, but this episode shows Ben struggling with a decision because his grandfather gets badly hurt in the fight, in the initial fight with the girl and her gang.
Well, yeah. Are we like not like explaining the whole plot? Are we just gonna be like
we're just gonna discuss the episode?
So we're assuming they know. We're assuming they know what happens. Okay.
So yeah, Grandpa Max gets injured, and Ben starts to struggle with this is my fault. My family's getting hurt. I can't let my family get hurt. And his eventual choice that he makes is to like run away and to like fuck off from Gwen and Max for their own safety. Which is very noble. And it's I don't think like early Ben gets enough credit for like being like an actual like deep hero, but he was from the very beginning.
I don't know about deep, but he was definitely like emotional and like.
Well, maybe deep's not the right word, but like he he has a strong sense of like heroism. It's not just like a dumb kid
Yes.
being dumb. He does have a strong sense of like bravery and
And
heroism.
I think the show almost like goes against that. Like the show likes to pretend that
Well,
like
he's a complicated character. He's a kid. He's gonna do dumb, stupid kid shit and get in dumb,
right.
stupid
But
trouble.
I
But
feel
at the
like
end of the day, he has that heart in him.
I feel like there are like episodes, or at the very least, I'm thinking of the Destroy All Aliens movie. Like the whole thing is like Ben like learns the lesson that like like being a hero is actually what I mean. Like I'm selfish for this. You know what I mean? Like he kind of learns the same lesson over and over again, and like becomes noble, like and like gains like humility and like honor. You know what I mean? In a weird way.
Well, it's
I
like
feel like
he's imperfect. He does need to learn that lesson because he's not like 100% selfless, but
yeah, but he learns it like 8 times.
he does learn it like 8 times.
It's
That's true.
it's like they definitely backpedal on his character development sometimes.
Yeah, for
That's
sure.
just my response to what you said earlier.
Alien Forest season 3, folks.
Yeah.
Get ready for it. Coming soon. And not soon at all, actually, because it's a bi-weekly podcast.
Yeah.
God, that is like the one thing that it's like, God, we're not gonna make any sort of treadway through the Ben 10 franchise at all.
Don't think about it. Just enjoy the show in spite of the fact that it's going to take forever. Like enjoy where we're at currently, and it'll come eventually. It'll come before you know it.
True.
Think like how quickly Largest Issue flew by.
Yeah, but we did that every week.
Yeah, that's okay. Very very true. Very fair, very fair point.
It's just like I wish we could continue doing this every week, and I do want to. With this new format, I think we could do it, but it's just like I do want to make a podcast. It's not just about a fucking TV show with my friend
Yeah,
Demigloom. So we got to make time for that.
we're like, and I say this humbly. I think Demigloom and Riely is a very good duo. That is like underused, underrated duo.
Underrated duo. Well, I wouldn't say underused or underrated. There's like fucking 1,000 Let's Plays, just the two of us.
Well, I mean podcast wise.
True, true. That
Me
Largest
and you have
Issue live was really good. That were
oh
we both on webcam. It
that
was
was
sick.
great. That was one of the best podcast episodes like the two of us have been on together. But anyways, I digress. Uh can we can we talk about how Ben immediately after he runs away in Albuquerque, New Mexico, he
They
like
are
sits down
in Albuquerque, New Mexico. That's true.
as Ben like runs away at Negro Royal Lane. He's sitting at a park bench, right? And he sees some other like 10-year-old kid playing catch with his grandfather. And he's like, I'm so glad I got to spend the summer with you, Grandpa. And then Ben is like, damn. Like that was just like so specific and on the nose to me. It was fucking
really
hilarious.
fucking specific.
It was just like it was like okay, like, you know what I mean? Like we see somebody like playing with a kid, you know what I mean? And it's like I'm so glad I got to spend the summer with you, Grandpa. It was just like so it's like Jesus Christ, man. It's just such a heavy burn, you know?
Yeah, true.
Fucking
Real quick, this
brutal.
has nothing to do with Ben 10, but I have to say it because I just thought of it and I don't want to forget. Because we did just make reference about how this episode takes place in Albuquerque. Obviously, the meme being Breaking Bad takes place in Albuquerque. And I just thought about this. I can't believe it took it took the entirety of Breaking Bad going into Better Call Saul for them to reference the other thing that Albuquerque's known for. Albuquerque is known for exactly two things, and it's Breaking Bad and Bugs Bunny. And yeah, that's like a thing that Bugs Bunny says. He said I should have he says I should have taken a left turn at Albuquerque. That's like a Bugs Bunny famous quote.
I didn't know that.
And they did not reference it once in Breaking Bad, but they finally did in a season 1 episode of Better Call Saul.
Damn.
He says it to I think Saul says it to Chuck.
Of course Saul says it to Chuck.
Yeah, I think he says there's only two things I know about Albuquerque. Bugs Bunny should have taken a left turn there, and I don't know what the other thing he said was, but he made the Bugs Bunny reference. But anyway, so yeah, Ben is sad about his grandpa.
He says I only know two things about Albuquerque. Bugs Bunny should have taken a left turn there, and Breaking Bad. the hit TV, the hit TV series that takes
So the
place there.
Saul said that?
Yeah, Saul Goodman.
Wow.
In Better Call Saul.
Which takes place years before Breaking Bad happened.
In the Breaking Bad universe. Anyways.
All right.
The Alliance.
So yeah, the Alliance. So Ben obviously struggles with the emotions of leaving his family, quickly interrupted by Gwen, who obviously followed him. And hijinks ensue. The fucking android takes over the girl. Which the like psychological scenes with Vilgax in this episode were pretty like sick too. Very well done.
Yeah.
Especially when it happens to Ben.
Right.
Yeah, because throughout this episode you got Vilgax like in the girl's head. What the fuck is her name?
I do not remember. She never appears again.
Rojo. I remember now.
Yeah. Rojo.
So Rojo, like Vilgax is like in her head, like hurting her and telling her, "You better do what the fuck I say, because I'm bad and evil and cool."
Yeah.
And then there is a scene in like the final battle, where Ben turns into Upgrade and possesses her and like possesses like the android armor. And then he gets a little brain visit from Vilgax, and it's pretty sick.
It's fucking crazy because like obviously, you know what I mean, like in the modern day, like we've seen Ben 10 interact with Vilgax a lot, but when I like first watching the show, like the first like interaction between Ben and Vilgax is like actually like there's like huge stakes there, and it's like super like, oh shit, like, you know what I mean, the two worlds are colliding. It's a really impactful moment that I think is unfortunately tainted by the the our knowledge of what happens later in the series.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like on a first viewing, some of these things will be more impactful, obviously, because you don't know what's gonna happen. But yeah, what else happens in this episode? Well, I guess the great power story, the resolution is that the family does come back together, and Ben realizes that even though he is putting them in danger, they're choosing to be put in that danger, and they're better together. And they care about him, and he cares about them, and it's all happy and good. And
Because of manufactured consent.
shut the fuck up, Demigloom.
You forgot to mention the whole hitting girls subplot.
Oh yeah, the hitting girls thing where Ben fucks up the first battle because he didn't want to hit girls.
Yeah.
And then Gwen hits him and he hits her back because he's not in hero mode.
Yeah.
Which, kind of not very sound logic, kind of shoddy logic. If you're like,
no, man,
I hero would not hit girls, but then he hits girls. Like it's still him, you know.
But he's not in hero mode.
Okay.
There was a joke I made the last time we recorded it, and it was something along the lines of Asperger was not in hero mode.
Shut the fuck up, god damn it.
I refuse to elaborate or talk about that any further.
I don't want you to.
Listen, my dad wasn't in hero mode in 2008. Okay?
Wow. Jesus Christ.
He wasn't in hero mode. No, but the moral of the story.
Great guy when he is in hero mode.
See, I didn't remember this. Oh, I did remember this plot, but I didn't remember how the show resolved it. And I was like, I wonder how. Like, this is a pretty mature theme and like a pretty like nuanced, ethical discussion that this show is decided.
It's not nuanced at all, and it's bullshit that people think it's nuanced. If a woman tries to kill you, you are allowed to hit her.
No,
end of.
100%. But like just the general, like, you know what I mean, like when, like where the line is drawn and all that, yada 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 yada. But like I think that, like, I was just shocked. Like the moral of the story is that yes, beat the shit out of women, because that's what he does in the end.
Yeah, it's beat the shit out of women when they're trying to kill you with weapons.
Yeah. I just find it really funny that they like try to play all like, like moral gray area, like, ooh, should he hit her back? And they're just, yep. Like just like the Chad yes image.
Yes.
It just makes me wonder why they, like mention that dilemma in the first place.
Well, the resolution is that's why they mention it, is because like he has to go through that arc, but at the end of the day, it realizes like
It's just a
it doesn't
weird.
matter. It doesn't matter that she's a woman. The world, like people are in danger, and I need to save them. That is like part of his like he has to overcome that sort of mental barrier that he has, where it's like I can't hit girls, but it's like oh shit, I have to hit girls.
It's just really like funny to me, or just like puzzling, I guess, that like the writers, like the Ben 10 writers, decided like, like what like cheesy like like moral of the story are gonna be. It's like it's gonna be like it's okay to hit girls. And I mean like I'm not saying that it's a bad moral of the story, because if women are trying to kill you, then you can hit them. It's just a really odd like ethic that they decided to implement among like other like like very basic like cartoon ethics. And I don't know. I just like to think that like the writers of this episode are just some like raging incels who are like equal rights, equal fights.
Oh my god. I mean, that's correct.
Equal rights, equal fights.
Yes.
So like you think if like a woman like slaps you in the face, like you should be able to like smack her hard in the face back.
Yeah, if she smacks me hard.
You understand that. Okay, moving
Oh,
forward.
well, I understand
Are we
what? Hold on.
are we gonna have the hitting like the equal rights, equal fights argument right
Yes.
now?
Listen, this episode had had a moral of the story around it, so it's relevant to Ben 10. So
Okay.
go ahead, Demi. Make your
Listen,
cucked case.
women. Okay, here's my here's my facts. Okay, these are my facts that don't care about your feelings. Women are women
Yeah.
weaker
With
weaker than men, weaker than men. Okay, society, like it or not, society says not to hit women. So women are they might slap box a little under the pretext that they're not going to get hit back. And
yeah,
it's
and then you hit them back because they we don't play that way.
okay,
I
whatever.
would
I
never
mean,
initiate a physical conflict with a woman. However, if a physical conflict with a woman is initiated by the women toward me, I will respond in kind if I feel that it is needed.
like, you mean like self-defense wise?
Yes.
Oh, well, self-defense wise, of
Well, I
course.
mean, so
But
I
like
guess
if you're just like pissed at a
the
woman,
slope of self defense. I think it becomes self defense if you're hit,
what? No,
because
it's
like
not.
she could just hit me again, so I'm gonna hit her to deter her from her hitting me again. If she like actually hits me hard with intent to fucking hurt me.
Okay, with like actual intent to hurt you and like is making it
Yeah,
violent, I get
like
that.
slappy play fight is whatever, but
Or
like if a woman fucking punches me in the face, she's getting punched back.
like if like you're like hitting on a woman or something, and like she like what I mean, like you say something like she doesn't like what you had to say or whatever, and like
Yeah,
if
no,
you just
there's
if she like
listen.
slaps you in the face, you know what I mean?
There are obviously situations where I wouldn't hit back, but it's like if a woman like gets angry at me and like fucking hits me and it feels like she might hit me again and she's actually like going
With
full
like in
force.
with like
I
with like she's going full force.
going full force.
With like intent to hurt you, like actually like
Yes.
right. I mean, you're fat and weak too, so like
If a
like
woman if a
if a
woman
woman hit
strikes a
you, it would
man with an
hurt
intent to hurt, the man should be able to strike back without
with intent to
consequence.
hurt.
Yes, with intent to hurt to
I
deter from
mean,
being hurt.
I'm sure we're gonna disagree on like where the line is drawn, but I think we generally agree that like hitting women is based, and you should subscribe to Andrew Tate.
I mean, Andrew Tate's pretty funny.
No, oh my God, no, Andrew Tate. Okay, Andrew Tate is a rapist, a trafficker.
All
Oh my
right.
God, oh my God, there's so much.
Is he
There's
actually? I guess I haven't looked
yes,
into it, so I
yes.
can't like. I,
He has like vlogs that are just like literal like instructions on like how to rape women and like get away with it, and like how like the US is like pussy when it comes to like consent and shit like that. So like I do not want to talk about Andrew Tate right now. If you don't mind, we can talk about this another time.
wow, are you actually getting triggered? Trigger
No,
warning.
I'm not like triggered. I'm just like it's just like a very like socially exhausting topic to talk about.
Yeah, I
Because like,
literally know nothing about Andrew Tate, by the way. Like I'm just
yeah,
talking out of my ass here.
yeah, no, he's
I just know he said like controversial shit on the internet and like became popular. And it's like, I like those guys. I like when people say stupid shit on the internet.
I found it funny when he was like never seen Star Wars, never will. And then he's like, "Oh, you're missing out on a great movie." And he's like, "Maybe you're missing out on being a multi-millionaire. You can keep your movie." And it's like a picture of him in front of his like fucking sports car.
I just think
It's
the
just like
funny thing about the Andrew Tate thing, I think, is like just the most humorous thing is the fact that like dick show clips made it to like trending TikTok
this
because
has happened.
people were posting dick show clips of like the Andrew Tate interview on TikTok over
Yeah,
like fucking CS:GO gameplay, and
the Dick Show has actually reached like mainstream media multiple times. Like the Dick Show was like an incredibly relevant like part of the Boogie 2988. What the fuck was that guy's name?
well, yeah,
Frank
obviously Frank
Castle. Like yeah,
Castle, Boogie 2988, yeah.
yeah, and that made like national news. Um, I'm trying to think.
And
There've
there
been
was
other
the Dave
times where the Dick
Chappelle
Show was
thing,
relevant.
I guess. Well, I guess
Oh
the Dick
shit,
Show,
that's right.
the Dick Show never really got mentioned in the mainstream media though. Like,
But like Dick and Vito were like on like the front page of like
true.
big news.
The weird thing though is I think like Vito was identified as a YouTuber, but like Dick was not identified as a podcaster.
No.
He was an that's why his name on Twitter is unidentified demonstrator, because I'm pretty sure that's actually how they referred to him in the article, but they referred to Vito by name, I'm pretty sure.
I mean I hate Nick Masterson and I think Dave Chappelle is cringe. But I do not think Dave Chappelle is cringe. I don't know why I said that. Dave Chappelle's a great comedian. I think what he did was cringe. And I don't like Dick Masterson very much, but that is very funny. I will give him props.
He got like actually physically assaulted at that event.
Yeah, he did. He did. And that's obviously
That's fucked
I'm
up.
not okay with that, But why are we talking about this has literally become the death stream.
That's you know what? But we failed this recording so many times. We just have to make a podcast in which we talk about these
Yeah.
episodes. And if it's only 1/3 of that, then at least it happened, and we can move on with Omnitrix Radio.
Yeah. This is true. But what else is there to say about the episode? I guess there's like the fact that like Grandpa Max obviously knows who Vilgax was, and that when
True.
Ben describes Ben is like, yeah, there's this guy. He looked like he had an octopus on his head, and he communicated with me. And then Grandpa Max is like, oh, that's strange. And you could just like see in the look in his eyes, he's like, he knows exactly who the fuck that is.
When does like the plumber thing drop? Is that like later, or when does that
I
happen?
I believe that's early season 2, if I remember correctly.
Okay,
Like I'm pretty sure it's literally episode 1 of season 2, or at
that would
least
make sense. That would be like a good status quo change for the beginning of a season. So
yeah. Either that's when it's revealed that he's or that's when he confesses or like describes it to the kids.
like
I
it gets revealed to us before it gets revealed to Ben and
I
Gwen.
don't think it gets completely revealed, but like obviously we know like something is up with Grandpa Max, but I think like we learn more and it becomes a little bit more clear, like that he was like involved with aliens in his past. I do not remember. I haven't like watched this show like in order since I was a really little kid.
I've never watched the show in order.
Oh shit, really?
No, I'm pretty sure seen. I haven't seen a lot of Ben 10, honestly. I think about it like retrospectively, like how many episodes like I caught as a kid. And it was not even like a primary show that I like that I like fucking planned my life around watching. So I've probably seen like a fourth of each series, maybe,
Okay.
with the exception of Omniverse, because I had kind of fallen out by that point. But he's Omniverse I've seen like the first 4 seasons of now because I started binging it on Hulu and it's actually fucking sick. And I hate that you won't commit to Omniverse specifically.
Um yeah, I don't know. I actually was gonna rewatch the show not that long ago.
Seems so
Like
because Omniverse is the cutoff point. That is the end of the original continuity. So I don't understand you being like, yeah, we'll go to Ultimate Alien, but I don't know about Omniverse. It's we'll go to Omniverse. I don't know about the reboot. That's what you
it's a
should be
matter
saying.
it's a matter of time. Like I don't think this show's gonna survive that long. I
think it
really
will.
don't. Riely, the show almost died already multiple times.
But now that I'm here and now that we're recording it again, and now that we're doing this like less awful, shitty format, I think it's got the legs.
Okay. Well, like, just do the show and concern ourselves later on with, you know what I mean, how long it's gonna last.
Well, yeah, we should concern ourselves later on with how I'm gonna ask, which is how long it's gonna last. Is why it pisses me off that you state that as like a specific parameter. It's like, why commit through Ultimate Alien specifically?
Fine, fuck you. I'll commit to Omniverse because I know that the show's gonna end before we get there, anyways.
Okay, but you're not allowed to end it at the end of Ultimate Alien because you're tired of it.
No, I can't. Me being tired of it at the end of Ultimate Alien will not be the death of this show. That I can tell you.
Okay. It'll be us being tired of it in the middle of Alien Force.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. But the one question remains about this episode. Would you or would you not the Vilgax Dronussy?
Nah, not
No,
attractive.
no.
Not
Well,
feeling it.
moving forward.
Would you?
Moving forward.
Would you?
Um, um, um,
Um,
yes.
um,
Sorry. I mean, yes. Sorry. I
I mean,
mean,
yes, yes.
sorry. No. I mean, yes.
I mean, breast milk. I mean, breast milk.
I mean, I love the internet.
The internet is pretty good.
What's the
The
next
internet is
episode?
good sometimes, actually. We still do wrap up questions.
Wait, we do. Yeah, that's right. I forgot about
Yeah. Who was your favorite character?
that. I don't know. Maybe the Vilgax drone girl. Maybe Vilgax. I feel like we're like kind of afraid of Vilgax now. Not that we weren't before, but like Vilgax is like like his power is being demonstrated in in a way, like in a light that it hasn't been.
Also, we didn't mention this before, but I do love the trope that anytime Vilgax is like centrally involved in a plot, it's like he's like on the spaceship, like trying to figure out how to get the Omnitrix, and he's always like, this person who has the Omnitrix must be like a brave, strong warrior. And then it immediately cuts to Ben doing something stupid that a 10-year-old would do.
Yes, exactly. That's a really funny bit that they do. Who's your favorite character, Rylan?
Well, you're stupid and dumb and wrong because the obvious answer in this episode, without fucking question, is Ben.
Why? Because he hit women. He learned that it's okay to hit women.
No, because he went through the fucking great power, great responsibility character art that I'm such a slut for. And it was really well done. And this episode was perfect. And it revolved around Ben going through a fucking little character arc. And it was great. And he's great. And I love Ben 10. And Ben is the best character in this episode.
Because he's great. I mean, because he's great. Sorry, I mean because he's great.
What else could I be referring to?
His greatness, of course.
Okay, sure.
Favorite scene?
Uh, hmm.
I know mine. Do you want me to tell you mine?
Yeah, you go first.
It's 100% the fucking. I'm so glad I got to spend the summer with you, Grandpa. They're just
That
so.
is really
They're
silly.
so fucking on the nose. It's just like so brutal. Like Ben's just like sitting there, like, man, I wanted to spend the summer with my grandpa, and he's like, I'm so glad I got to spend the summer with you, Grandpa.
I guess my favorite scene is probably like the Ben and Gwen in the hospital, because that's kind of like when the character shit starts and like when the internal dialogue starts that like runs the whole plot of the episode that I love so much. So yeah, that's probably it.
Right, and
Um,
Gwen is like trying to be like silly with Ben, and then like she just like sees the pain in his eyes, and that's like a real moment of like sympathy that
yeah.
she has for him, which is pretty rare in this show.
Surprisingly, Ben and Gwen liking each other, not as rare as I thought, actually.
Yeah, no, it's not that rare, but it's presented that way.
It's presented that way. Like you feel how you remember it is like they hate each other, but like if you actually watch the show, it's like no, they're just like family and like they bicker, but they care about each other deeply, and that's very obvious.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is a 10 out of 10. We've already established that.
Yeah, 10 out of 10.
10
Sure.
out of 10 episode. Great, best one so far. So let's talk about that other episode, which is what? Tell
The
us.
next episode is Lucky Girl. Oh yeah. Um, Following an altercation at a witchcraft museum, Gwen acquires a. I'm sorry. What is potent? What the fuck does potent mean?
Like strong, like it's usually referred to like a chemical or like a medicine, like it's very
Yeah.
strong, potent.
All right. Potent of a male, able to achieve an erection or to reach an orgasm.
What the fuck?
Apparently that's
Whoa.
apparently that's one of the definitions. It says having great power, influence, or effect. See, I thought potent meant like concentrated for some reason, like concentrated or dense. But I guess I was wrong. Um, Gwent acquires a potent charm that grants enough extraordinary good luck for her to protect herself. Uh, Proclaim herself a new superhero. Lucky girl. My apologies. This shit. So like this is the introduction to a new guy, a new villain called Hex. And I just right off the bat, I want to know like what Riely has to say about Hex. How do you feel about this guy?
Hex is pretty cool. Good
I
villain.
I feel like there's a little bit of race coding going on.
Oh my fucking god.
Listen, right, what ethnicity is he?
I don't know.
He's he's like a very like stereotypical like Native American. Like you hear that he talks like fucking John Redcorn. I'm surprised Hex doesn't like walk into the museum and he's like, "Hello, my name is Chief Running Horse of the Abanagua tribe." He has like that like stereotypical like cartoon like Native American voice.
Chief running horse.
Chief, Chief Running Horse.
What
Like
the fuck?
I swear to God, dude, do you not see it in Hex?
I
In
guess
like
I
this all
wasn't.
like
First of all, I
mysterious
watched
like
these episodes like a month ago, and second of all, yeah, I guess I really didn't pay attention to his race coding.
no, like I'm not even like necessarily complaining, but like it definitely I'm not saying like I don't what I'm saying is I don't feel like I don't necessarily think the writers were like being like maliciously racist. I just think that like some cultural stereotypes that like have manifested their way into culture and like pop culture were present in the character of Hex.
Yeah, I guess fair enough.
Um that aside,
I don't know how I feel about the character shit in this episode.
what do you
Like
mean?
it's kind of weird because like there is like good stuff, but it also feels like the central storyline kind of doesn't. Obviously, the show is like pretty much episodic, so like character development isn't always going to stick one to one. But I
Yeah.
don't. It doesn't really feel in character for Ben to like completely discredit any like contribution Gwen makes to his heroism. I feel
Yeah.
like it's already they've already well established in the last episode in particular that the three of them as a team like is what makes it work. Whereas in this
Yeah.
episode, Ben's like, "Fuck you, I do all the work. Shut the fuck up, Gwen."
Yeah, I definitely feel like this
It's
definitely
jarring to be right after the last episode. That's the thing. It's like it's the same thing. Not to compare Ben 10 to My Name Is Earl, but I'm going to do
oh
it
god.
anyway. The really jarring episode to episode shift. The fact that the episode where the plot is that Randy and Joy like had a childhood crush on each other that they didn't know about, and the
Yeah.
episode where the plot is that Joy fucking bullies Randy and steals all of his fucking stuffed animals and is just like a cruel, heartless woman to him are right after one after another.
That's the following episode.
Yes.
Oh, I feel like that was intentional.
It probably was, but it was really jarring, and this feels almost the same.
With this one though, like if I remember correctly and remember this, it's been 3 weeks, people. I'm sorry. But did he completely like just did he like actually deny that she contributed or was he just like
He
this is
literally
my
just said
doing?
like he's the hero. You're not the hero. I'm the hero. You're not a fuck you.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. It was definitely an unwanted contrast to the themes of the previous episode. But Yeah, I don't even know. I don't even know if I can justify it honestly, because like Ben.
It's like this plot works fine in a vacuum. Like Ben is an immature child. It happens. It's just like to have such like a strong episode for like his character, followed by what frankly is such a weak episode for his character, is
Yeah,
kind of fucked.
I agree.
Not that Gwen's character was that much stronger in this episode either.
Did
Uh,
did what did Gwen do wrong?
well, Gwen didn't do anything wrong per se, but she was very invested in getting one over on Ben over anything else, really.
I feel like it was completely warranted, personally.
No, it's warranted. Like whatever, eye for an eye, like he fucking deserves it. But it's just like the character motivations in this episode are very like 10-year-old fucking fight motivated. This is a show about fucking 10-year-olds, so fair enough,
Yeah,
warranted. But again, it's just like jarring based on the previous episode, which felt like so like deep and emotional. And then
yeah.
there's this shit.
How do you feel about like not to totally change the subject, but how do you feel about Gwen like being a hero, like
It's
in addition
sick.
to Ben? I really do like it, and I enjoy, Gwen as a hero as well as Ben, but it also is a little bit like obviously unrealistic. You know what I mean? Like, it feels a little bit forced. Like, oh, like, you know what I mean? It's like this other character, we're gonna make her a hero too. It kind of,
I mean, not that they don't do it later, but like this is a
yeah,
one-off episode. This is like a cool way to like kind of do something cool with Gwen for an episode, and then it plants the seeds for shit that happens later that leads to her actually like earning her place as a hero, being one of like being a primary fighter once Alien Force came around.
Gwen and Magic and that it connection, like
It was
a
established here.
one time thing, never happens again in the show.
Oh
Never
no,
again.
of course
It's not
not.
a is not a reoccurring theme.
Nope, couldn't be.
Definitely not.
God, I just want to watch fucking Alien Force. Fuck Ben 10 original. I just want to watch Alien Force, damn it.
Shut up. Will you shut up, man?
Can we just like make Omnitrix Radio episode 27 and just like pretend the other 23 exist?
And
And
still
just
make the other 23?
no, just pretend they exist and people will be like, where are they? We'll be like, what are you talking about, dude?
No, we simultaneously release like 26 in episode 6, then we release 27 in episode 7 at the
And
same time.
like even worse and even more stupid than how the PCP did episode 100, episode 200, where they wanted them to happen at RadCon, so they made like 99 and then 101 and 102 and then 100, and they did the same thing when 200 came around.
I forgot that they did that.
It was cool. Good
Yeah,
decision, honestly.
cringe but funny.
Cringe but funny. But I guess I don't know what to talk about. Think of something. Go.
Can we acknowledge how great and supportive Grandpa Max is for not dead naming or trying not to dead name Lucky Girl?
Oh my
There's
god.
there's there's a scene where he's like, I mean, Lucky Girl. He respects his granddaughter's decision
Yeah,
to,
definitely has nothing to do with secret superhero identities. It's not anything like that. It's a trans allegory.
yes, it's a trans allegory.
Every superhero is a trans allegory because they're living a double
Yes,
life.
living a double exactly. Spider-Man is literally being
Spider-Man is trans.
spider trans.
Spider trans.
All right, that's the name of the
Fucking
episode.
stupid.
Can we name the episode Spider Trans?
Yeah, that's fine.
All
Sure.
right, moving forward. I don't know. Shrimp, not that good. I don't know why they were fighting over shrimp. Shrimp is like not a great food.
Did they fight? Oh yeah, they did fight over shrimp.
Yeah.
Shrimp is pretty good.
Okay, but I'm so much better than a shrimp. Like, can a
Listen, can
shrimp?
you fried rice?
Yeah,
Because I think
exactly.
I've heard that shrimps can.
I was just gonna do the same exact bit.
I like to speak to the shrimp who fried the rice.
God, I'm so funny.
Yeah, you're the most hilarious person.
Yeah. Well, Riley, where can our listeners find you?
What the fuck?
It's over. Dead. They hit the Pentagon, Riley.
They hit the fucking Pentagon.
What did we talk about now?
I don't know, man.
Yo, genius
Yeah.
idea.
What's up?
Weed company? Ben 10 weed, bro.
Yo.
And then be smoking that wild
Weed
vine, you feel me?
company.
You be smoking that wild vine, dog?
Yo, dog.
Nah, fool. It's all about that gray
This
matter,
shit
you
make
feel
me feel
me?
like I got 4 arms, you know what I'm saying?
If they made a Ben 10 weed, what would that be like?
I don't know. Hopefully it wouldn't taste like stale fucking gummy bears. Fuck this shit.
Would they make like 10 different variants?
Just make a
Like,
flavor for each like original alien.
yeah. Or it's like a mystery joint. Like, you know what I mean? It's like the it's like the Omnitrix weed. It comes in like a little Omnitrix bag,
Yo,
and then you
get
smoke that.
on it.
You're like going hero, and like you light the joint and you smoke it.
That's a great idea. That's sick.
Yo, is there a fucking superhero that like smokes weed to activate his fucking superpowers, dude?
No, but I want to be the one to make that comic book.
No, that's me. I just came up with the idea right here. You heard it live.
Ah, man. There's got to be more to talk about with this episode cuz
Yeah,
it's good. It's a good episode.
maybe it's not a great idea to wait a month
No,
to do episode.
I think this format will work a lot better. Ellie, if you're skeptical right now of this format, I think it'll work a lot better when we've seen the episode less than 1 month ago.
Yeah, I normally watch the. I normally want what? Sorry, I always watch the episodes with the
That
intent
day,
of
I
like,
watched it
yeah, that
that
day.
day,
Yeah, me too.
which I
I usually
did
watch it at
4 weeks
Burger King.
ago when we were gonna record this podcast.
I pretty much always watch Ben 10 at Burger King on the Wednesday before Omnitrix Radio.
Why Burger King specifically? Why are you at Burger King so much?
Well, the thing is like me and my like friends, like me and my furry friends, we all that's just kind of our place. The Burger King. It's kind of like our Seinfeld diner, you know. It's just
Well,
kind of like
I guess
our
me and Patrick
sitcom
literally go to
place.
Chili's all the time, and that's our place. So I guess I can't. I feel like Chili's might be a little bit better of a choice than Burger King, though. Burger King feels like a weird place.
Well, like it's because like we like it's not like we don't even always eat there. You know what I mean? It's just like Burger King is like right next to like two of my friends' houses as well, and
Just like get some sodas and vibe.
yeah, and like if we're like we have like a lunch break, obviously we have like off campus lunch. So like if we just like have a very limited amount
Off-campus
of
lunch in
time,
high school? Holy shit!
is that not a thing for you,
No, they
dude?
didn't
We
let you out of that fucking school until the moment that the end bell rang.
dude, I don't know if that's just your school or if this is a Wisconsin thing or what, but like
Man,
we we
probably because I live in a fucking awful place where if students were allowed to leave campus for lunch, they would probably all like consume drugs. So maybe that's it.
yeah,
But
well all that's what all my classmates do.
true, fair.
So I guess fair point. But everybody here, and I don't know if this is everywhere but where you are.
It was fucking cruelty because there was literally a McDonald's like a 1 minute walk from the fucking school.
Oh man.
It's like, wow, I could get really good lunch right now if I just walk to the fucking McDonald's, but nope, can't do that.
Yo, dude, I've perfected the art of the McDonald's order.
All right, give it to me and let me tell you why you're
Okay,
wrong.
okay. Listen, this is what I get.
If you
I
say
get
a Big Mac, hold the lettuce, I swear to
no.
fucking.
I wish I was smart enough to make that joke. But listen. This is what I get. I get 2 McChickens, okay?
Already
I'm
wrong.
already fired. Fuck you. This is what I get. I get 2 McChickens, no lettuce, extra mayonnaise, add bacon. Large Dr. Pepper, large fry. Perfect fucking McDonald's order.
Alright, here's my perfect McDonald's order that like has way too many things because I'm a fucking fat slob. So here's my perfect McDonald's order. You get the 2 cheeseburger meal. Those McDonald's cheeseburgers, they're awful, but they're like the good awful that you crave.
Yes.
So you get the two cheeseburger meal, get that fry and a drink, and you also get a 10-piece chicken nugget, and that's it.
You know what? I respect that, Riely. I respect it.
Because
Good order.
McNuggets are the best chicken at McDonald's, and you should never order McChicken because that's stupid.
I used to agree with you actually, and I used to like wish the McChicken was just like a giant chicken nugget. But I don't know. I've come around lately. I think it probably has to do with the fact that the McDonald's that I go to now is like I don't know what the hell happened, and I like literally like nobody speaks English there anymore. Like it's just like all like Hispanic ladies, but like
Yeah.
it's just like all Hispanic ladies that like only speak Spanish. Like the only words they understand that I say are like my order for the most part.
The only English they know is the McDonald's menu.
Yeah. As yes. But like as a former McDonald's employee, like just like talking to the employees is usually how I get the vibe for like how the store's going, you know what I mean? And I'll just like chat, you know what I mean? I chat with like other McDonald's employees, but like I don't know the backstory. But these people, yeah, I referred to a bunch. I referred to as an ethnic group as these people. It's over, but no, these employees, no, these employees are fucking masters. Okay, that McChicken. Every time I get a McChicken there, fucking beautiful, crispy, fresh. Like they take care of that shit. At McDonald's, we would put the food in the tray, right? Like you've seen them like pull the meat patties out of the trays and put them on the buns, right? Like you know how that works.
Yeah.
So those trays, like they go in those like little heater things, and like they beep after a certain amount of time, and it's like, hey, this shit ain't good no more. You know what I mean? Like you gotta get rid of this shit. You gotta refill it. Um, nobody ever fucking refills that shit ever. They just
Wait, I'm
let
sorry.
that
What are you
shit sit
talking
there.
about? I missed like what it was.
The um the little trays that keep the food warm,
Oh shit. Okay.
because like we don't like make like we don't just like put a McChicken in the fryer every time somebody orders it. And I'm a
Yeah.
former
Yeah.
full disclosure, I'm a former McDonald's employee. We don't make a McChicken every time somebody needs a McChicken. We just make like 2 trays of like that have like 6
Is there
McChicken
not like
patties
a
each.
is there not like a fast food worker NDA? I feel like the fact that these aren't like well-known facts makes me think that you signed something that you're just not aware of, and you're
No,
incriminating yourself
no. There's
by
not a
saying how
non-disclosure.
McDonald's prepares their
You
food.
can there's literally like TikToks of this. Like how McDonald's prepares our food. Like literal TikTok. You can literally get all this information off of TikTok if you want. I could
Fair
I could
enough.
I could hypothetically have gotten this information off of
I
TikTok.
I just have like this weird shit where I'm like, I feel like if it's not common knowledge, then I'm not supposed to know it.
All right, but anyways, this is what we would do. We would put like 6 McChickens in each tray, and the shit would beep. Like the tray, like the little like heater that the tray goes into beeps, and it's like, hey, this shit has been sitting here for too long. You know what I mean? It's yucky. Can't. This is not servable. You know what I mean? Like it's literally illegal to serve this, right? Like we have to meet certain regulations. Uh,
I would be the guy who
nobody.
would like eat everything that came from such a circumstance.
That's the thing though, is we weren't allowed to eat shit, which fucking sucks.
That's
But
bullshit if you have to throw it away because you can't
yeah,
serve it.
well, here's the thing. I think the reason they do that is because like hypothetically, you could be like, oh no, I accidentally made a quadruple quarter pounder with cheese and a large fry. Oh no, we have to throw
Oh
it away. Whatever
no.
shall I do? But anyways, I really got to get back to my point. They never throw that shit away when they're supposed to. Nobody, no fucking McDonald's employees. But the people at this McDonald's that I go to actually do. They like follow all like the fucking corporate standards. They have like a competent manager. Everybody is just like working together to make sure like to provide customers with a satisfying meal. And I respect that so fucking much. I'm so happy for all these people. like actually care about the customers. And like I do not blame employees for not giving a fuck about the customers, like for what they're getting paid. You know what I mean? You fucking work at McDonald's, dog. Like you are not being paid what you are
McDonald's
worth.
employees get paid more than me, okay? Shut the fuck up.
What? How much do you make an hour?
12 an hour.
I didn't make that much an hour.
Okay, maybe not all McDonald's employees, but I've heard a good amount of them make 15 an hour.
What?
Maybe that's just in my area. I don't know.
What the fuck? No, dude. McDonald's, where I'm from, McDonald's is like a $10 an hour job.
Okay.
I was a lucky son of a bitch that got 11.50 an hour because like they raised their starting wage like right before I applied. But anyways, this play like McDonald's employees aren't being paid what they're worth, and they're not motivated. You know, like whether it's right or wrong, like we can argue, right? But like they don't have the motivation to make adequate meals. Therefore, most of the time they don't. But this is like an entire McDonald's full of people, and a competent manager's like, yo, like we're gonna like deliver a good product, and we're gonna do it with a fucking smile on her face. And I just have so much respect for this particular McDonald's. And what I was getting at is that McChickens usually fucking nasty and soggy. The reason McNuggets are usually better is because people keep like buying a shit ton of McNuggets, so they have to keep refilling the fucking tray. You know what I mean? So it's like much your McNuggets are usually gonna be significantly more fresh than your McChicken is. But if you get like a nice, like fresh McChicken, it's just as good. And it's fucking delicious.
Okay. I could probably buy that. For me, I think I'm just like if I get a chicken sandwich, it's got to be like a good chicken sandwich.
Oh yeah.
Because if I'm getting chicken, I'm usually getting like chicken nuggets or chicken tenders, or if I'm like at a place that's appropriate, like fried chicken, just like straight up. But
Yeah.
if I'm ordering a chicken sandwich, I gotta know it's gonna be good.
I understand that wholeheartedly, and I kind of used to be like that, but like I'm a sucker for like cheap ass chicken sandwiches. Like I'll go to the fucking general store and buy like a pack of like fucking 30 chicken patties
Oh
for
no,
five
I'll eat
dollars.
them. I gotta drown that shit in mustard, but I'll eat it. But
Yeah.
but a
Oh, me
good
too.
chicken sandwich, I don't have to drown in mustard. It's just good and nice and crispy, and
Yeah.
with whatever condiments it comes with by default. Um,
Okay, then
good
who
chicken sandwich, Chick-fil-A. That's like the only example I can think of. That's the only place where like I will go and my intention will be to order a chicken sandwich. Did you go silent because I had mentioned Chick-fil-A, the forbidden zone for for your kind? Uh-oh. Demigloom?
Riely,
Yeah, can you hear me?
you fucking racist,
Okay, that's it then.
sexist,
Damn
homophobic,
it. You fuck.
transphobic, misogynistic. I don't know. Yeah, Chick-fil-A's bad.
Listen, it's the food ain't bad. Whatever, say whatever you want about the
Yeah, no.
politics of the
I
people who run
actually
it, but
actually don't give a fuck about people who eat Chick-fil-A. Like, because no matter what fucking major scum corporation you decide to pay to torture animals for you to eat, that you're contributing to horrifically unethical causes no matter what. And if you think it's just Chick-fil-A, you're fucking blind. No matter
you know, we've all seen the baby chicks going in the grinder video from
Yeah,
McDonald's. We've all seen it.
yeah. Actually, on this, I wasn't gonna announce this on Omnitrix Radio.
You killed baby chicks personally while working at
No,
McDonald's. You were
no,
gonna
no,
announce
no, no,
that?
no. Yeah, no. I had a non-disclosure agreement about that, but
Oh shit.
um, what was I gonna say? Yeah, um, I've made a serious lifestyle change recently, and it's related to what we're talking about. I don't eat beef anymore. I quit eating beef about a week ago, and
Well,
I'm
shut the
fully.
fuck up.
I am fully committing to it. The listen, the beef industry and its consequences have had a serious negative impact on humanity, on Earth, on our planet, on our ecosystem. It's just such an awesome, such an awful thing that's happening right
Such
now.
an awesome thing that's happening.
Yeah, it's so base. But and I'd be lying if I said the fact that cows are my favorite animal didn't contribute to this at all. But
You see, that's the unfortunate thing. I'm not strong enough to let my favorite animal bias stop me from meat, because pigs are my favorite animal 10,000%, but I would never stop eating bacon.
well, that's cheating. But Riley, your own species can't be your favorite animal.
Shut the fuck up, you motherfucker.
No,
Dude, pigs are so cute. I love
oh my god, they
pigs.
are. And they're smarter than dogs apparently. But they taste better.
True.
They taste better than they are cute. They're more tasty than cute. No, but seriously, I would like to go vegetarian someday.
Listen, the thing is, like, I can't save them, and like me stop eating. If I stop eating pigs, that's not gonna kill the pig industry. If I had the superpower where I could take a pack of bacon and turn it back into the living pig it once was, I would never eat bacon again, because I would turn it all into the live pigs, because I want them to live. But they're already
Yes.
dead. I can't stop them from dying. I'm going to eat bacon.
I mean, I understand that, and that's pretty much my same line of thinking. Is that like I'm not gonna make a discernible difference no matter what I do. But it's just for me personally.
It's just like if I could press a button that ended the meat industry, I would press it. But
Would you
I don't
press a
have that
button that
power.
would you press a button that ended the meat industry and made like meat illegal?
Yeah, I think I would.
Yeah, I would too, 100%.
But
But
it's just I'm such a drop in the bucket, and I love it so much that it's like I could give it up if it meant that like it was going to change the world. But the fact that I
yeah,
know it's not makes me not motivated to give it up.
yeah, for sure. And I understand it wholeheartedly, but I'm just deciding to stick to my principles on this one, and I'm considering going full vegetarian at some point in my life. But my problem is, and I've explained this a million times before. I haven't, and you can just call me a pussy or whatever, but I have a serious gag reflex that like basically makes it like an impossible challenge for me to eat like any like fucking healthy vegetables.
You really don't like the taste of vegetables, you fucking awful
No,
person.
it's not the taste, it's the texture, and I Riley, it's not that I don't like the taste. I'm not that fucking, I'm not that much of a fucking bitch. They're like,
Well,
"Yeah, I don't like."
I don't like the taste of raw vegetables, but cooked vegetables, that's just slap.
For me, like most vegetables, like when I try to swallow them, it literally like my body will literally like instantly reject it, and it causes me to vomit. And there are a lot of textures that do this for me. Vegetables do this, like when I get like super like when I take a bite of bacon and it's just like all fat, it does that to me. Certain like just basically like like when you're brushing your teeth and your toothbrush goes down too far and you just like immediately like gag.
For me, that only happens if like something is either disgusting or like rich as fuck.
Yeah, that happens to me with like all vegetables, and I can't do anything about it. And the thing is, I do. There are like, it's not all in my head. Like when I eat like like fucking like cream, like broccoli soup and shit, like or like blended vegetables and salsa. Like I could totally do that just fine. But it's just like it's the texture itself of the vegetable alone.
Dude, salsa, man, the Chili's chips and salsa is like the best.
I never go to Chili's, so I wouldn't know.
Chili's is great. I would highly recommend Chili's. I've heard people shit on it before. People are probably gonna shit on me for my for my
Yeah,
love of
I went
Chili's.
there. I went there
Uh,
like once, and I was like, "This shit is fucking gross," and I never went again. I go to
what did
Applebee's.
you order?
I don't remember. I was like 8.
Because the chicken at Chili's, bad, but everything else, good.
Name like a menu item at Chili's that's like really good.
I get the big bacon barbecue burger usually. It's pretty sick. It's like unreasonably huge. So
Yeah.
I don't no normal human being could eat it normally, including me even. It is like too big for your mouth.
Oh no,
But it's
I've eaten some fucking massive burgers in my day, dude. Like I am all about that.
yeah,
I
it's
might not look
sick.
it, but like I can consume fuck ton of food at once.
Yeah, the Big Bacon Barbecue Burger slaps pretty hard. The quesadillas are very good. Uh, Again, the chips and salsa is to fucking die for. They have like the perfect salsa.
I guess I'll never know what that burger tastes like, but I'll try the chips and salsa if I ever go there.
The thing about the salsa, right, is like there's two when you think about salsa, there's two things you think of. You think of like the prepackaged jarred salsa that has like that particular taste to it. It's really good, but it's like, and then you have the fresh ones that are like they can be really good, but a lot of them are kind of bland because they're not covered in like fucking preservatives and spices from Tostitos Incorporated.
Yeah.
The salsa at Chili's is like the perfect marriage of that. It's like the perfect ratio of like I can taste the fresh and I can also taste like the spices that make like a Tostitos, and it's like the perfect marriage. It's the perfect salsa.
Okay.
But anyway, enough about the Chili's salsa. Well, I guess how do you feel about Lucky Girl as a concept?
Holy shit, that was a long time ago that we talked about that.
Yeah.
I fuck with love. I fuck with Lucky Girl. I really like it. I like Gwen being a hero. It feels forced. It feels like if it's unrealistic, it feels forced. But like I'm willing to bite the bullet and just like be like, okay, yeah, I fuck with Lucky Girl. Like it's a cartoon. It's not gonna be realistic. It's for kids. Kids like are like, ooh, what if Gwen was the hero? Wouldn't that be crazy? And so they made that an episode, and it was good.
Well, they eventually make like a Gwen has the Omnitrix episode, but I'm kind of
That's
glad they did this before that.
that's like an alternate timeline episode, right?
No, I think it's like a. I think it like it switches by like a magic thing. I think it is in
No,
the
no, no,
Prime
no, no, no,
universe.
no, no. No, it's not. It's like a what if episode. I
Okay.
actually remember this specifically. It's like a what if episode that
No, I
illustrates like
swear to God, there's an episode where like normal Ben loses the Omnitrix and Gwen gets it through some sort of shenanigan.
no, it's a what if scenario.
Okay, I'll have to take your word for it. I bet you're wrong.
I remember this episode like clear as day. Like the memory of me watching it like in my bed at my father's house, like with the DVD on, with the little from the DVD player, the disc spinning. Like I am there right now, Riley, and I remember.
You're certain of this.
I am positive.
All right, $5 bet right now. The the
Um.
the bet ends because who knows? Maybe we're both right. Maybe there are two episodes where
Okay.
Gwen
If
gets the
we're
Omnitrix. So the bet, if we're both
hold
right,
on.
it's a wash. But I'm saying the bet
Yeah.
ends at the end of the original series because even if like the first one we see you're right, maybe there's another one. So
Why don't we just look it up?
you know what?
Let's do this right now. I commit to a $5 bet if
I
you
thought it
do.
would be like cooler if we like made it like a long standing thing
Right, but
and
like
like we find it out. Like
I'm
fuck.
I'm gonna be too tempted to look it up before like long before we get to that episode.
Yeah, because you're a bitch and you can't commit to kayfabe.
Do you want to do the bet right now and look it up?
Yeah, fuck it.
All right.
Gwen gets the Omnitrix Ben 10 episode. Good Google. I've always had the thing where like I find like normal Google searches so funny because like you
Yeah.
have to phrase it in such a silly way to like get exactly what you're looking for. Like
Mm-hmm.
there's no way I could Google it unless I knew the episode title without doing something like Gwen gets the Omnitrix Ben 10 episode.
Yeah.
But it sounds really silly.
Dude, I'm like so embarrassed when I type shit like that I just like I have to delete my history. Cuz it's like cuz like people who like don't know exactly what I'm looking for see like the things that I've typed in. They're just going to be like they're just going to find it extremely cringe cuz I sound like a fucking 5-year-old.
Hold on a minute. What the fuck?
Riley, I'm going to save you a lot of reading.
Okay.
Look up is Gwen 10 canon?
Oh, I'm glad category non-canon Ben 10 wiki was the first result.
So I win.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. Yeah. Add it to the doc, bitch.
I'll add it to the money I owe with Demigloom doc. That's sure.
It's like that fucking Family Guy episode where like Peter Griffin is like, "Oh, I'll just put it on my credit card. I'm never gonna pay it back anyways." Like, apparently, Peter Griffin has like $30,000 in credit card debt, and he's just like his like attitude. He's just like the fucking this fucking stupid adult cartoon smile that he does. He's like, all right, I'll just add it to my credit card. I'll never pay it back anyway. No big deal. Just this fucking simplistic worldview of him. But yeah, are we gonna do questions now?
Yeah, I guess so. I guess I don't know why I was trying to say this earlier, and then like my brain like got caught up in like random shit. But I like the concept of Lucky Girl as like the powers, like the magic lucky charm, like the same way I appreciated like Domino in Deadpool 2. Insight's gonna be mad that I appreciated anything in Deadpool 2 when she eventually hears this. But same general idea. I like the luck-based superhero because it's like luck isn't real,
Yeah,
but it is now.
I like to imagine Insight Soyberg is listening to everything we put out with a smile on her face, reminiscing about the good old days.
I would hope so.
Yeah. And no, she's definitely listening to some of our shit at least.
Probably not this shit. I don't know how big of a Ben 10 person Insight was.
Yeah, probably not. But I mean, she listens
Insight. I don't know why
to.
I'm saying was. Just because she's not in our circles anymore doesn't mean she's not around. She doesn't exist. Inside Zoidberg. I don't know how much of a Ben 10 fan Inside Zoidberg is.
I know she's a big MoCast fan, so anything is possible.
True. It takes a certain kind of not having great taste to be a fan of the MoCast.
Yes. But
Especially the
anyways,
one that
Riley.
especially the one that I'm not on that's coming soon that you shouldn't listen to because I'm not on it.
Yes. Who was your favorite character, Riley?
Uh, Shit, I don't know, because as I said, I really Ben and Gwen's characters both kind of annoyed me this episode. Uh hmm. I'm trying to remember like the alien moments, because that might be my cop out, but it's been too long for me to remember any of them. Like I feel like Max was not even that good. Like he should have nipped this in the bud a little bit more.
See, me, Grandpa Max is me in this situation because I'm just like, fucking Ben, you asshole, you fucking cunt wipe. Like, I'm so, I'm so glad to like finally see like Gwen, just with a smug smile on her face.
The fact that there was not a talk in this, maybe there was and I'm just forgetting about it because it feels so obvious. I can like invent this scene in my head and it fits perfectly within the episode and within the ongoing themes of Grandpa Max's character. How is there not a conversation between Max and Gwen where he was like where he is like, make sure you're being a hero for you and not to spite Ben, because that's not a good reason to be a hero. Like, how did that not happen?
I don't know. I don't think the show did anything to imply that she actually was doing it like just to spite Ben, because she clearly
I thought that
enjoys.
was the bit. Well, I mean, not just to spite Ben, but the bit was like she's really attached to this charm. She refuses to return it, and she wants to be Lucky Girl because she wants to be a hero and get one over on Ben.
There's that, but like she, I mean, she's been a hero since before she had the charm. She's been
True, but
she's
Ben puts that doubt in her head where he's like, no, I'm the one with the Omnitrix. I'm the hero. You're just like the
right.
fucking
And what I'm
sideshow.
saying is the spite is also rooted in a general desire to be a hero as well. You know what I mean?
True. I mean, like everything is multi-layered, but
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
it feels like the strongest implication to me is that she is doing it at least like 50% to spite Ben. And I feel like they're definitely Grandpa Max as a character should have definitely brought that up and tried to nip it in the bud. So
Maybe.
but I don't remember any of the other characters in this episode because it's been
I
so
mean,
long.
there's a chief running horse of the Abanagwa tribe.
Hex is like he's cool, but he's like not really a character yet. Like I don't know enough about him.
Yeah,
I mean, I guess it's Gwen. I guess I'll choose Gwen because like the Lucky
yeah.
Girl shit was cool, even though like again, it's like the only three characters I remember in this episode. I have problems with how all of them are handled. But I guess Gwen had like the coolest moments. So Gwen.
Okay. I mean, I like Gwen. Gwen is like probably my favorite character on the show, so I'm happy to get a Gwen episode. I'm happy to see Gwen win. You know, Gwen, you did a good job.
Gwen, you did a good job.
Gwen, you did a good job.
Gwen, you
Gwen,
did a good
you
job.
did a good job.
What that was that this episode or that was?
Yeah, because remember this was like the time he finally admits it.
Wait, because I feel like we made Ben, we did a good job bit jokes on this podcast before.
No, we made it in VCs after we
Okay.
watched the episode.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. With it has been a month since we watched them, so I guess maybe. Gwen did a good job.
Gwen, you did a good job.
But all right. Favorite scene? Shit, it really has a been too long in this regard. Uh, um, the big action scene. You know the one. Gwen saves a guy. There's like a thing. Hold on a minute. Definitely not looking up the wiki article for Lucky Girl.
Me neither.
I don't want reboot continuity. Fuck you. I mean, I'm not looking at a thing. Why is it so hard to find?
We should rename this podcast 10 Hours of Silence, occasionally broken up by Riely and Demigloom talking.
Hey, Demi, guess what? Can you guess what I'm going to say?
What?
That's what I pay you for. Nobody else hears the silence but us.
I know.
It becomes a consumable product once you edit it.
Riely thinks I actually like cut out silence. He's fucking stupid. He doesn't even listen to his own podcast.
You better. or you're gonna have a money I owe Riely doc real quick.
How mad would you be if you like found out that like none of the like I just didn't edit any I just downloaded like the Craig files and just sent them back to you.
I feel like I'd eventually get over it, but I would make you pay me all the money back.
See, I wouldn't do that, but it would be really funny.
It would be kind of funny. But yeah. It was the big action scene where they're on like a construction site and Gwen saves the fucking workers. That's what I was thinking of. I didn't quite remember the circumstances of her saving these people from like falling to their deaths. I just remembered the action scene ensuing and that being what happened. But yeah, the construction site action scene.
Yeah.
What about you?
You seem to like the action scenes in Ben 10. You're almost a man of action, if you will.
Shut up.
The shrimp scene. I like the shrimp scene. It was funny.
Oh yeah. That was pretty silly.
Pretty wacky shenanigan.
It was a pretty wacky shenanigan.
Is shenanigan a single? Is that singular? Shenanigan?
I mean, I'd have to imagine.
I only hear it plural, like shenanigans.
Well, yeah, shenanigans would imply like multiple incidents, so a shenanigan would be a single act of shenaniganery.
Right. Chicanery.
Chicanery. That's the name of a Better Call Saul episode, guys.
Chicanery.
Which I don't think I've been to yet. I think it might be later, but
chicanery. That's
I know
what
it
this
exists.
Is. Favorites. Oh, we did favorite character. Favorite. Rate out of 10.
You see, despite my like gripes with the characters, I still think this episode told a pretty decent narrative. Had some really good action. Despite all my rage, I'm still just a man in a cage or whatever the fuck the actual lyric is.
I don't even know what song that's from. All I know is that it's a song lyric.
It's despite all my rage, I'm still just a something in a cage, but I don't remember what's in cage. It might be.
All I know is that there's this gif of like this dude like in a wave pool just getting completely fucking slaughtered by a big wave and fat kids in swimming tubes. And the caption is "Despite all my rage."
That's pretty good. But yeah, despite my problems with the characters, I still enjoyed it. Like I know that I'd enjoy it a lot more if it wasn't immediately right after the best episode of the show. But it was really good overall. Like a pretty good Ben 10 episode. The Lucky Girl plot was cool. Character gripes aside, I'll go ahead and give it a solid 8 out of 10.
Yeah, me too. Solid 8 out of 10. I was gonna give it a 9, but it wasn't that great. I think my appreciation for the episode has a lot to do with my pre-existing like familiarity with like the Hex character and like you know what I mean. Like I have rewatching this episode, I have a lot of context that a first-time viewer wouldn't have, and that context makes it more interesting for me.
Okay, fair enough.
Bye.
Well, no, it's not bye yet. We had to like do the outro and stuff. But there
From
was.
Demigloom.
God damn it! Don't rush me, bitch. Well, I'll keep you
Alright.
here another 30 minutes, and there's nothing you can do to stop me.
I can leave.
Yeah, but then I'll just keep going myself, and it'll be epic and sick.
Okay.
The best part of the podcast.
All right. But what were you saying?
This is like apropos of nothing. It has to do with Ben 10, but it doesn't have to do with anything else. I just thought about this. I think the last episode of Omniverse I watched, before I kind of got out of that like super Ben 10 kick that was causing me to watch Omniverse like rapidly. Uh, there was a crossover with the Secret Saturdays, which just shows that zero people remember on Cartoon Network.
I remember the Secret Saturdays.
Yeah, they did a crossover with the Secret Saturdays, and the funny part about it is that Ben was like unapologetically hitting on the mom from Secret Saturdays.
Yeah.
It was really funny.
How old is Ben in Omniverse? Like 16?
Like he might be like 18 by that point. He's definitely 16, 17, or 18.
One of those three.
One of those three.
Well,
And then Zach Saturday was like, "That's my mom, dude."
I don't remember. I've never watched an episode of the Secret Saturdays, but I remember there being ads for it, and I thought it looked cool.
Let's both look at the mom from Secret Saturdays and see if we agree with Ben Tennyson.
Let's take a look here.
Secret Saturdays mom.
She's pretty mid.
Oh no, I fuck with this.
Nah.
This is good. I feel like they drew her like particularly hot in Ben 10. Yeah, they did. She does look a lot different. That's why it was kind of fucking me up when I was looking at the images. This is just like a shitty character portrait, so it doesn't look that hot in this picture, but in motion. Fucking WebP file! Fuck off. Die.
Riely, I'm looking at the same image as you.
Are you?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Are you looking at the Ben 10 one?
Yes.
Yeah, she's pretty hot in Ben 10. And she's pretty hot
one,
in
right?
both, actually. Yeah, that is literally what I'm
Yeah.
looking at.
Yeah, I knew it. No, I don't find her hot. I'm not attracted to her personally.
How could you disagree with Ben Tennyson and his perfect judgment in women?
I don't
I
know.
mean, he does have perfect judgment in women. Julie's pretty hot. That one chick from Omniverse, who I don't even know her name or nothing about because I haven't gotten to her yet, but looks really hot and dates Ben for a time, I guess.
Julie?
No, there's Julie, and then there's like some other bitch with like
Sorry,
pink hair.
my brain is numb right now. I may or may not have. You know what?
God damn it!
I took them. Listen, I took them not that long ago, and the effects are just hitting me right now. Okay, we're fine.
Esther.
I
Esther
take,
is who I was thinking of.
I take prescribed sleeping medication. That sounded really weird. I take Seroquel. I mean Cyndaquil.
Yeah, Esther's really hot.
Okay, shut up, Riely. Where can Delicious find
Dude,
you?
look at Esther, bro.
Esther's Secret Saturdays.
No, she's from Ben 10.
Oh. Oh, this girl.
Yeah. She's hot. And that's the moral of the story. But all right, gamers, you can find me at anchor.fm/Riely Megafeed. It's the Riely Podcast Megafeed. Also look that up on podcast platforms. There's years worth of podcasts for you to go sink your teeth into, and more importantly, in the links in the description of the feed. is every podcast that I do currently and all my social medias and all that shit. Do it. Go there. What about you, Demigloom?
You can find me on Twitter at Demigloom, DEMIGLOOM, and you can look up my YouTube channel, Demigloom, as well as my second channel, Demi and the Goons. Just check my shit out on YouTube. As soon as I get over this fucking breakup, I'm gonna be back to my regularly scheduled programming.
So you'll never be back to your regularly scheduled programming.
I'm not well, okay, not like completely over. I'm not saying until I'm completely over this breakup, but like when I'm
when
no
you're
longer,
not in the
like,
direct mourning stages where it just happened.
yeah. I mean, this shit literally. I mean, it literally happened like a week ago.
That's still extremely recent.
Yeah, I'm saying that because that's super recently.
About a week ago.
I mean, we were together for like fucking 8 months. So yeah, I've been in love with her for like a year. That fucking nasty slut.
Oh my god. I know you're not gonna leave that in, but I really want you to.
No, I will. I don't give a shit.
Okay. God damn it.
Dark Sappo was right.
All right, gamers.
Dark Sappo actually he said, "Get a new girlfriend for your next video," and I was like, "Okay."
All right, guys, this is the worst episode of Omnitrix Radio. It was
No, it's not.
It was the best one to record.
was-
It's gonna be the worst one to listen to.
There was so much hot goss in this episode. I swear to God.
True. Before Omnitrix Radio, I've been Riely.
I've been Demetria Hartwell Joplin, and I live at 308 Necro Royal Lane, Albuquerque, Wisconsin. That
Let's
kind of rhymed, even though I didn't
go.
mean to.
I'm a poet and I didn't know it. You know what I'm saying? Wigga, hey,
Bitches be like-
ba-da-da-da-da-da.
What the fuck was that?
But I didn't want to do Price is Right. I wanted to do something original, so I just kind of made something up. All right, goodbye.